Okay, Exel once again, casting my friend Sexmuffin, Gold 1. He's doing a solo rank game. He's as Pantheon top, running Thunderlords and Teleport. Let me just make sure this is recording. Absolutely is recording. Awesome. Last video I did was only recording a quarter of the screen. Yes, just the top left corner, which, yeah, you could see a play every couple of minutes, but really you missed a lot of the game. Here he's up against an Aurelia with Ignite, running Fervor of Battle. Definitely aggressive, looking to win this fight as soon as possible. Here, let me get my settings the way I like it. I like showing the scoreboard. We don't need to know the time, and who cares about the chat? Awesome. There we go. Now, it looks like there's a little bit of a delay here while we wait for the champions to load. So, predictions for this early match. Ezreal Braum on the bot lane is a very, very safe lane. You have Ezreal who can blink away with his E, and Braum is just an entirely defensive machine, and that's up against the Nautilus Quinn. So I don't expect too many kills on the bot lane, and frankly the scaling is pretty close, but I'd have to say the Ezreal Braum would have a slight edge on scaling. So they're looking to do a little bit better in late game. And we have Swain versus Yasuo in mid lane. So this is a skill matchup that probably would go towards Swain. Although, you know, Yasuos are notorious for being really good or really bad, and we're gonna have to see which one this is. But I do like Swain a little bit in this matchup. Jungle, we have the newly revamped Udyr. Just got a buff at the 7.10 patch. This is the patch that we're playing at, so either he's tried it out or this is his first game with it. I'm not sure, but it was a slight buff to Udyr. Not many people play Udyr anyways, so like his mobility is not great. He doesn't have an escape. And then we have the always reliable Gragas, which we have seen more in the top lane recently, but he has been a jungle pick for the last few seasons. I personally love him in the jungle. He's a little bit higher skilled than you'd think. You can't miss your E. Your E is what barrels you towards the enemy and knocks up the whoever is around the area when you charge into them. Very, very important to hit that. If you miss it, it's not a good time. You lose a huge part of your kit. Also, his ultimate was changed a few patches ago, where it's if you're ultimating close or far, it's the same cast time between the two. Oh, we have an early gank here. Very nice red and then gank. He hits the E, but unfortunately was a little bit late with hitting. You would have wanted to go auto, E, auto, and then you would have wanted to throw your barrel, your Q, a little bit earlier than that. So, slight misplay. Didn't even force the flash out of Pantheon, but here we're having the early Ignite use. Oh! She should have backed off. She flashed into the bush and was not, and came right back out. Pantheon finished the play off, and before the jungler could get there, mistake by Aurelia. This is not how she wanted to start the lane. Sexmuffin, my boy, first blood, 2-on-1, and wow, what a great start for this team. Aurelia uses Ignite and Flash. Pantheon still has Teleport up. Big advantage here, even though the Gragas started the enemy red buff, so did the Udyr. They're going to go for a 2-for-2 buff trade here, but with the skills used in top lane, Pantheon should be calling for a gank from Udyr here. If I was him, I would be calling for a gank right now. I'd be saying, hey, you're on the top side of the map, Flash is down, Ignite is down, come on, let's make this a double kill game. I don't even care if you get the kill if I'm Pantheon, just hey, come over here and let's do this kill. Right now, no indications. Looks like Udyr just might go and take the Scuttle Crab and then go up top lane. But if I was him, I would be watching up there. There is a ward. Pantheon did see Aurelia go down to ward there, so should be able to tell his teammate that there is a ward, but doesn't. A little bit of a miscommunication there. I think Pantheon was typing to Udyr, saying, hey, come up here, or get away from here, or something, or hey, it's warded. But I think with a little bit less hesitation, Pantheon could have gotten the jump. That's the jump to the stun with his E, and then Udyr would have been able to follow up with his E ability, which is a stun. At the level discrepancy of Aurelia at level 2 and at Pantheon at level 4, with Udyr with the double buffs, probably would be enough to secure the kill there. Let's take a look at the farm scores right now. We have bot lane, the Ezreal Braum with a significant advantage of 9 minions. They still haven't backed yet, but very good farming on those part. And then the top lane, of course, we have Pantheon with a big farm lead, and Aurelia is just scared to get anything. Oh, so close, so close. Could have followed up for the kill, but doesn't want to die. Have action here in the other part of the map. Nice secure by Gragas. Gragas is at least hitting some of his abilities. So many Gragases I watch in low elo, and they just cannot hit their abilities. So close once again. Wasn't able to get the separation on the blast cone, and wow. Exactly how a Pantheon wants to have this lane going. 2-0 right now. Lane frozen in the middle, and he's going to go back and get a great buy. I think he's going to go for let's see, he goes boots, and I was going to think he was going to do an offensive item here. Generally, with this type of gold, you want to get an offensive item to try to snowball your advantage. Phage, I imagine he's going to be doing the axe build. We're going to pay more attention to that. Early roam by Yasuo, definitely putting the pressure out there. Great game so far. 800 gold advantage for the red team. Huge lead on the top. When you see this as a jungler, when you're the red team and your top lane is 2-0, you want to keep pressing that lead. You want to get it to 3-0, 4-0. And once you get it to a certain amount, like say a 4-0 lead, you don't have to go there anymore, because he can pretty much 2-on-1 almost anyone at that point. And unless he's playing so aggressive, or just really outwardly stupid, he's going to be fine. So we have Gragas attempting to counter jungle a little bit, just trying to get the timer on this red buff. Pantheon's having no part of that. He's saying, get out of my jungle. I'm level 6. I have my ultimate. Fortunately, Yasuo does not, and Swain does have his ultimate, so not the 2-on-2 you really want to be looking for, because you're not sure where the jungler is going to be coming. Yasuo being very aggressive for no reason. Friends left. It's not a very smart move by Yasuo there. Not sure what he was thinking. But engaging on the 2-on-1, trying to be creative and go through minions, but just ends up killing himself when he needs to be soaking up this experience. He's already a full level down from Swain. By the time he gets back to lane, might even be a level and a half, 2 levels down. Huge disadvantage. And again, Swain with that decent mid game to late game scaling, if he gets 2 or 3 items, it's just going to become almost unkillable if he can scale up just a little bit more than that. Yasuo, very nice E in. Great job. I don't think he's going to finish here. Going for the flash. Wants to secure it. And one trade. Loses out on the red buff there, but at least has the authority to say, hey, I'm here, I'm going to make sure you die as well, I'm choosing this. And Swain showing clear advantage, using his ignite, getting the damage down, but now he's got help. Now it's a 2-on-1 for your team. That's how you want to do it. Pretty smart by Yasuo. He doesn't even want to die. I was kind of insulted in the past, but just made sure to give that kill over to the, even though it was a support, but just didn't want to die. Push this lane here, go back, buy an item, Come back with full health. Should not be pushing here. Should not. You're not doing enough damage to the tower at 9 minutes to risk warrant this. Probably because he has this mechanic reasons why he's going to try pushing a little bit longer. Basically, just try to clear out those minions and then go back. Low mana on each. Very good job by the Braum. You want to make sure to secure that kill. Again, support's picking up kills, but which is not generally what you want to do. But you want to make sure to get them as well. There's nothing worse than as a support trying to give a kill over to a teammate and then ended up not getting it. Good use of the flash there by Sexmuffin. Still have that 2-0 lead. Team is engaging. Come on, buddy. Yes, there he is. Alt being used. Now you get to see the man drop. Oh, damage on the both of them. One more shot on the Aurelia is all you need. Smart decision not to dive. A little bit of teams going back and forth here. They're being aggressive. Looks like a 2 for 2. Little 2 for 2. A little bit of an indecisiveness. In a 5-on-5 team match, you're not necessarily going to see this kind of 2 people go back, 1 person goes in type of thing. But this is solo queue, and you see this type of stuff all the time. So 2 for 2 trade. Red being aggressive. I like the aggression. I like them putting the pace, evening out the gold. And now Hooter wants to save this buff. Swain did use his stun, did use his splash. Abilities being used, and there's the little BM. A little bit of bad manners there from Hooter. Kind of funny. He gets that, gets the blue buff, gets the insult. Should be sticking around here for a fight. The win is not that strong, and here you're trying to stay BM and you're trying to make a huge play when you have a quarter life. Not smart. You lose the blue buff. Now your Quinn might die. What the hell's happening on the bot lane here? Your 80 carries going on the opposite side of the map. You're just feeding a kill to one of the hyper carries. Not smart. Just you know, kind of still no low elo play. You're not going to see that in a pro game. But like I said, we're just casting a random you know, just solo queue match. A little higher level than what my solo queue ranking is right now. But Sexmuffin and I did play in Season 6, and I believe we both made plat. So let's take a look what's going on here in bottom lane. Not a lot this Nautilus can do other than protect the tower, try to pick up as much farm as possible. Because he had that early kill, he was able to get the Sightstone and the Tarragons. So he does have some tank and boots. I like his build. I like that he's holding the fort down for his roaming Quinn, who's now incredibly behind, 44 CS to 98. That's why you don't roam really, really early levels unless you know you're going to pick something up like a kill. Even an assist often is not worth it. You want to make sure to soak up that lane XP. You want to make sure to keep getting that gold. Right now he's got such a huge disadvantage that he quite possibly could lose his team the game here on bottom lane. These guys are just so difficult to kill. Ezreal's the moment he's in trouble just eats away, and there's just not much you can do in that point. At this point, they should be freezing the lane, which means last hitting it and then stepping in front of their minions as the blue team and trying to zone out of XP. Here we have the jungler coming down, flashes for the stun. Good shutdown on the Ezreal. It's his first death, and they're going in. But this Braum is pretty tanky. Once again, a little indecision here in the solo queue. Power shots going left, right, taking way too much damage. Braum doing a good job doing what he can to hold this turret, not die. Looks like he is going to probably die at this point, but it's a lot of in and out, in and out. Going to have the trade. I think just a 1-for-1. Just a 1-for-1. Oh, so close, so close. Just a single bar. Not the right way to go. Didn't know that he was coming, but still, you have the 2-for-1 trade in favor of the blue team, and now you have a gold lead of 1,800 gold, and there should be some attention put on this dragon. We have a infernal dragon, a fire dragon, the most valuable dragon for what the pros and most players would say, which gives you an 8% increase to damage, ability power, and attack damage that lasts throughout the game. Awesome at level 18 when items are maxed, and abilities are maxed and levels are maxed, because you have that constant increase that you're always going to be doing just a little bit more damage than your opponents. So right now at 14 minutes, there should be some focus, and again in a pro game, you see the focus around this type of dragon around the 8 to 9 minute mark, because of it's such a high priority. But with this game, you want to be warding now. I think they're realizing it. Uter is going towards his bot side of the jungle, secured blue. Double red buff here for mid lane. He's just trying to bait out that stun. But the sustain of Swain is just a little bit too much. The 3 kills, 2 assists, even though even farm just a little bit better on the sustain laning than Yasuo. Poke, poke, poke. Now with the bot lane being poked out here, as you can see, Swain's probably calling for help at 3rd life. One of the advantages of Uter is able to do those early dragons. Mid dragon, still full health. Pretty good at 14 minutes. Doing a little bit of a lane swap. Jungler's going mid lane. See if he can stop this Swain from pushing. Uter is pretty strong right now with the 4 kills, 2 assists, and the Infernal Dragon. Wow, that should not be happening at this point. The jungler should not be able to attack and kill a full health mid laner. But just because of all those kills, the Infernal Dragon and some minions is able to do so. Right now, slight advantage for blue team. Red is coming back with this Yasuo doing efficient roams. Not going to be able to kill this support, but just wants to try to get as much damage down as possible. Probably should help this Quinn push, and both of them should back as there's no longer a dragon, and should just try to get their item and come back and try to even it up. Game pretty close, 600 difference. First dragon to the red team, which basically means an even trade. We have red team also looking to take first turret up here in top lane. First turret and Infernal Dragon would have to now put them in a lead, even though they're only 100 gold in the lead. Taking that first turret off the map, taking that free gold off for the blue team, as well as getting that ever important, super well stacking Infernal Dragon gives the red team a slight advantage, and a big part of that is from this early Pantheon lead, and as well as the effective jungling from Uter. Now we have a teleport play. I imagine he's going to go bot lane. Going bot lane, looking to get the second turret here. I like this aggressive play. You have your lane pushed to top, you got the tower. You want to come down and see what type of difference you can make. It's a 4-on-1, folks. You want to try to kill him? Kill that Swain. You can do it. Yasuo, a little bit discombobulated here, but you can still do it. Using the flash. A little aggressive here for the Yasuo, going a 2-on-1 behind the turret. But, you know, I do like the aggressive plays. Good E by the Gragas. At least he's hitting his E's. And I do like the teleport, but just, again, a little bit of solo queue type of playing here. Not like an efficient 5-on-5. But sometimes you just have to try to be aggressive. And I do like that play from Pantheon. Sorry, buddy. Didn't pay off for you, but wasn't your fault. We're just going to pick up this lane farm and experience. And when you're doing this, folks, not only do you want to clear it quickly and efficiently, but you want to make sure to also pick up the actual CS. So he did. Seeing that Pantheon is walking back, I wouldn't do that as a looter, trying to push his lane for him. But this is solo queue, and you have this try to trick 2G kind of mentality that you have to hard carry the game. Seeing this as Pantheon, I would start jungling. I'd take his golems right now, because hey, he already pushed your lane out. Super dangerous to come in and try to take the lane right here, because look, here's the jungler. It could be an easy 2-on-1 situation. But here they're going to go for the new and improved Rift Herald. Rift Herald now is an activatable item. So kind of like Heroes of the Storm, where you have camps pushing for you. Here you can have this big creature pushing a lane of your choice. You have 10 minutes to use it, and it attacks minions, champions, and or towers. So good job by Sexmuffin to go ahead and pick up those double kills, get the jungler, and now the Rift Herald. So they have the first 3 objectives in the game, and we're putting pressure on the bottom objective. Big advantage so far that I see for the red team, even though the gold is even. I do like the objective focus. Didn't need to flash there, but hey, he's just making sure to pick that up. Wow, really early use of the Rift Herald. This is a risky play, but could show in the form of a tower. This is, yeah, this is aggressive. He's taking full damage, but as you can see, the Rift Herald can tank quite a bit. Gets a mid tower. I like that play. If you can guarantee to get a tower, I like using that Rift Herald. That's a very good job by the Uter. Good decision. You want to make sure to use it, and seeing the mid laner killed was a effective time to use it. So gonna get this mid tower down to about a quarter health. Bot tower goes down with the 3 people down there. Just an overall big turn in the game for red team. So you can see it's not necessarily the kills that are turning this. The kills are even at 17-17. This is the objective. This is why you want to focus towers. You want to focus dragons. You focus that Rift Herald. Very good job by the red team in really showing what matters in this game. And that's objectives, not kills. You want to save those double buffs if you're Pantheon somehow. Kind of knows that he's kind of screwed at this point. Tries to get as much damage down. And there's red team throwing away a little bit of their advantage with the double kill going over, and right now let's take a look at how everyone's doing in the top lane. Yes, Pantheon has 4 kills, 2 assists, but is down to the CS game. Is down a full 23 CS, and now towers are even. So even though Pantheon was being a little bit more aggressive throughout the map, now Aurelia might be able to start pushing effectively against him. So I like Aurelia to head back to top lane here. She's got no teleport, so if she does head back to top lane, she's going to be seeding this next Infernal Dragon over, but Aurelia is most useful as a split pusher, and so it's a really risk-reward type play here. You want to be split pushing as Aurelia, but you don't want to give up this Mountain Dragon. Again, this is 2 of the most valuable dragons in the game. Don't want to be seeding that over to the red team if at all possible. I imagine Uter is going to go get this dragon. He sees Gragas going top. Not effective jungling by Gragas. Pretty much giving the dragon over to Uter. You really have to be careful where you're showing yourself. It's not just about picking up a little bit of lane farm, a little bit of gold, a little bit of experience. This is not how you play the game. As a jungler, you want to make sure to be in position for objectives, especially the neutral objectives with your smite whenever they come up. And Gragas showing top lane gives an easy dragon for Uter, and we saw super early in the game at 14 minutes he was able to solo a dragon. So of course at 21 minutes he can solo another dragon, even though he didn't have to with the support help. But it really is. There's the top of the split push double, Yasuo ult, and we're going up to pick up the triple. So we have 2 kills. Pantheon being aggressive, going down in mid lane. I like the play here. Mid lane turret is already damaged. Really, it is split pushing top, but mid turret is much more efficient and much more valuable than the top turret. Keep pushing, folks. Keep pushing. You have the 5. Pantheon is going to take the safer route. Going to go top lane. Make sure to save that. It would have been an aggressive play to try to trade that turret, but Sexmuffin makes a choice, goes top, and I think gets the trade. So close to getting the trade. So they do, even without the help, gets that mid turret, and is now pressuring the inhibitor. It's 4 on 2 right now. It's going to be 4 on 3. Nautilus did say back, and does he get it? And they get it! Whoa, how? What amazing decision making, just to leave that inhibitor with just a couple of hits left, knowing that the minions were going to get it. Awesome decision. Uter gets out with the double buffs, and just an amazing turn of events for the red team. Down a little bit early with the gold, but is able to come back to really effective objective control. Great Rift Herald. A little bit of a catch here that Nautilus was caught under turret. Not efficient by Ezreal there, getting the 1-for-1 trade, but this is still a huge turn of events. Probably should cancel that ult. Not a good ult by Sexmuffin. He's trying to save that turret, but unfortunately is just suiciding himself. Lost that red buff, and really just not what you needed at this point. You have a huge advantage with that mid inhibitor being taken. The inhibitors are what allow super minions to be spawned on the opposing team. So red took the inhibitor out of blues, and now they have super minions, which are vastly stronger and vastly tankier than the regular minions. So here blue team gets caught a little bit out underneath the turret. Don't want to die here if you can. That's okay. Trades out. Now with the super minions, blue can't push anymore, and the split push happening now from the jungler. This is one of the split pushing junglers, as you can see. It's Udyr. He is getting some attack speed with the attack speed jungle item, the Tiamat, and the Ajarm's Fist. Does have that attack speed and a little bit of tankiness, and he just cares about objectives. Look at that. First dragon, first 2 dragons. Rift Herald, taking towers out. I love how this Udyr is playing. This is exactly how you want to win the game for your team, and just a real smart way at how to play this champion. Just sees that it's only the support here, so he's just gonna ignore the support and take this tower. Once again, amazing play by this Udyr. I love it. You combine an Udyr like this with a blue or a Karma support, and wow, you just watch him go and carry the game. But even without those types of champions, you have this good guy Nautilus, the support, who's going to try to block for his Udyr. Say, you will not die, you will not die. The BM by Udyr. Kind of up in the air, not sure which way this is going to go. If you can, a Sexmuffin, can you get away? You can't really, just trading kills back and forth, back and forth. Not the direction you want to be going with Yasuo, that is the enemy team, right into the Ezreal. Does some damage, but still overall big advantage from the red team. You have a super minion pushing on this tower. Again, they're chasing kills, but look at this super minion, just bash, 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 bash. Hitting that mid tower down to, ooh, what looks like to be 15-20% health. Oh, let me catch my breath there. Just so much going on. Gold is even, but once again, it's not about the gold, it's not about the kills, it's about objectives, and red team is completely dominating on the objectives. Just a pleasure to watch. Effective jungling, great roaming from the top lane, from the mid lane, and just really a pleasure to watch. And I just love how this is going. It's nice to have a team like this that are just working together and pushing for what you need to win the game. Right now, as blue, you want to kind of push out the lanes and you want to get a ward on Baron. I think you pretty much have to seed the dragon at this point. People will hate to say that. They'll say, "What are you doing? This is that's another super valuable dragon." But look, if you see the jungler go down to dragon, you can make a Baron play, and they're not going to want to trade that. Red is not going to want to trade an Infernal Dragon for a Baron. It's just not to their advantage. So you want to try to push up your lanes, get some wards on the Baron side, and try to skirmish just a little bit effectively. A little bit of a misplay by Swain there. Didn't want to hit that hourglass. Makes him vulnerable for a second. But here, trying to pick up the kill. Know that objectives are up, trying to focus out the Udyr. Yasuo's coming in a little bit late. Swain picks up the Udyr. Irelia picks up the Yasuo. Just a big team fight. You want to stay away from the tower shots if you can as blue. Wow, what a turn of events. I can't believe they let that happen, but red team kind of letting their advantage go and losing this team fight. Massive, massive team fight, 5 for 1. And the Braum is disconnected. Wow, what a terrible, terrible time for a disconnect. They very well could have taken another tower, possibly pushed for a Baron, but they do not have the Braum to help tank for them. Looks like that Baron is off the table now. I'm going to try to get the tower. May try to press for the inhibitor. It would be safe to not go for the inhibitor, but it's such a huge advantage if you get it. Looks like they're going to try for it. At this point, you kind of have to stay kind of a little back and forth here, and just not what you wanted to happen. It looks like the Irelia is going to go down, and they don't even get the inhibitor. Again, very solo queue mentality, a little bit unsure of the calls, no voice chat, a 3 for 0, and Braum is back, and they're making the aggressive play. I love it by red team. They're making the aggressive Baron call. They have this Pantheon split pushing on the top. They're going to win this game. And they have it's just how you. This is how you do it. You want objectives. You want to try to put pressure on the team, and Rom is just not able to do a lot. We have the jungler undecisive of what to do. He wants to come back here. He wants to go and try to smite steal, but in the meantime may give up 2 inhibitors in the process. Red team secures the dragon. Indecisiveness once again spells out this game. Gragas not able to do anything. Didn't save the middle inhibitor. Didn't even have a Baron steal attempt, and is just gonna go ahead and lose this game. He's gonna die here. And I'm sorry, this is game, folks. You really, as a caster, shouldn't be commentating about when a game is over a couple minutes ahead of time. Whoever's pinging that dragon, I would say, who cares about the dragon? Let's just win this game. But really, they're showing us how to do it. In the base, Udyr's gonna die, but really it doesn't matter. 2 inhibitors and a Baron down. You just want to keep your Baron on at least a few people. Slow from the Ezreal with the red buff. Slowing this Quinn down, just getting caught for no reason, losing that Baron buff. It's still fine though. It's a 3-for-1. 3 guys for red team down, 1 for blue buff. As blue, you really want your pressure to be on the mid turret, the mid inhibitor here, because it's so much more valuable. This dragon is a long ways away, but if you can somehow secure that middle inhibitor, it'll be 1 inhibitor to 2 as opposed to the 2-0 right now. So they get a ocean dragon, which is probably the 3rd most valuable dragon. It helps with regeneration when you're not in combat, so it regenerates your life. Great for siege comps, which is not really what this blue team is about, but it takes the dragon off the map and secures it for your team. Flash for the Udyr. This Udyr is pretty big at this point, and with the chase team, like I said, the chase comp for the red team is going to make sure to secure this 4-on-1. It's going to lock this Aurelia down, and you really should be seeing the top and mid lane pushed. You could go for the bottom lane. Probably the safest would be to push the 2 lanes, the top and mid, and then head down towards the bottom lane to secure at least the easy turret. For sure that turret's going to get taken, but then you're going to have the 2 lanes pushing still with the super minions, and we'll be putting pressure on this 3rd inhibitor. Let's see how they play it off. It looks like they're going to go for a 4-1 split, so that's 4 people on the bottom and the inhibitor, and the jungler are going to split push these 2 lanes. I like the call. This team really has come together for mid-game, all anchored by this Udyr and the roaming Pantheon and Yasuo. Great play, guys. Down, 4-on-2 with no turret left available. This really should be a 4-for-2. Let's see. Swing going down, one of the strongest. Great retreating by the red team. Really is coming back. Has the GA now, which does allow you to come back to life. Yasuo is trying to 2-on-1. Might have a chance with your super minions, but don't be under the turret. Also has a GA, comes back to life with about a quarter health, and will try to 2-on-1 with the Quinn's help. Looks like they might have a chance. Gonna be so close. This really is game if you can secure it. 2 more shots. Good job, Quinn. Don't take too many tower shots, just the 1 tower shot. Good job. Aurelia might be able to do it. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Not with the double buffs. And that looks like it. Good job by the Yasuo. Shows a little BM there. Looks almost certainly that the bottom inhibitor is going to be taken. Super minions pressing on the base. The core Nautilus is just trying to push everything in. He is going to die here, but that's okay. Look at all those minions going down towards the base. This with 3 inhibitors down, it's a 98% chance you're going to lose. I'm just throwing that number out there. It's just not possible to come back from a deficit like this. Gold at, again, very even kills, super even. Just 2,500 difference on the gold, and 2 kill advantage for blue team. Once again, kills do not matter. It's all about objectives, and here you can see all the towers taken. 2 dragons taken. The first 2 dragon important ones, the Baron and the Rift Herald. Really good job. MVP has to go for the Udyr, and my first League of Legends cast seems to be a success, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Rev Excel here, and just happy to be casting this exciting games. Thank you, Sexmuffin. Wow, just an amazing game. Pleasure, dude. Thank you.